Hey everyone, Dawn here. Today I'm going to share some highly motivating book series that appeal to preschoolers, kindergarten, first and second graders. These are books that you can read aloud together and share, or books that get them on the road to reading independently. So let's go. If your students or your child finds characters that they can connect to or storytellers that they really enjoy, then book series are definitely the way to go. So before I keep going, I just want to say that the books I'm about to share with you are not picture books. Although some of them started out as picture books, these are what some people call easy readers. They are smaller books with less text on the pages than picture books for the most part. They are more the shape and size of a chapter book. And in my library, I actually refer to them with the students as beginner chapter books. They have a lot of chapter headings and page breaks, more so like a novel and a little less like a picture book, but they are definitely intended for those very young beginner and emerging readers. So the first book series is called Elephant and Piggy by Mo Willems, and this is a famously popular book by the author of the Pigeon books and the Knuffle Bunny books. The students connect right away to the humor and friendship of Gerald the elephant and Piggy the pig. Great books. They have a lot of short text on them and speech bubbles. They're very easy to read, and the illustrations are comic book style. Okay. Second up are Dr. Seuss books. They're oldies but goodies. My own children began reading independently on their own. The very first books they read independently were Dr. Seuss books, and they are great to read together. They have a lot of short texts, rhyming, a lot of kindergarten and first grade sight words. So if your children or students are in those grade levels, these are great for independent reading. Okay, the third series is called Splat the Cat, and this was originally a picture book series and developed into these beginner chapter book series. The author's name is Rob Scotton, and the stories are about the first day of school, about family, and about friendships. And Splat the Cat is a bit of a nervous little cat with some anxiety, so a lot of children can easily relate to him. Number 4 is Camilla by Alicia Salazar. Alicia Salazar is a Mexican-American author. Each book topic has a different interest or hobby that students can relate to. She also has a great website where you can get printables and activities. Because Camilla embraces such a wide variety of interests, there's sure to be something in there that your students or children love. Number 5, the very popular Dave Pilkey, who is the author of Captain Underpants, No David, and Dog Man. This series is called Dragon, and it is about a dragon and dragon's friendships and about holidays connected to dragon. He is a colorful little dragon. Dragon books are great for both boys and girls who love dragons. The next series of books is by Catherine Hollibird, and she writes Angelina Ballerina and Twinkle. Any child that loves ballet, loves ballerinas, loves tutus, loves fairies is going to love these series of books. Catherine Hollibird also has a website which includes activities and coloring pages to go along with the books as well. Number 7 is Ted Arnold's Fly Guy. Fly Guy is a cute little fly, and the Fly Guy series of books have vocabulary that is very similar to the Dr. Seuss books, short rhyming vocabulary, and also lots of humor. And so great for rhyming, great for emerging readers, and lots of humor as well. You could kind of see the theme going here, humor in most all of the series, because that's something that young children always connect to. Okay, now we're up to our 8th series, and that is the Moby Shinobi Ninja. So if you have a child that loves ninjas, or your students love ninjas, then this is a great series for you. The author's name is Luke Flowers. Moby Shinobi uses his ninja powers to try to solve problems. It doesn't always work out the way that he plans it to, but that's part of the fun. Our 9th series is actually a mixed series, not just about the same specific characters, but these are step into reading books. So if you've ever gone to the shelves in the library and seen these beginner chapter books, sometimes they're labeled as easy readers. They are often leveled with numbers, and the leveling is actually not that good. It is done by the publishing companies, not by teachers or librarians. It doesn't really reflect any skill level of reading. So when you see the levels, I would just take it with a grain of salt. A lot of times the publishers, trying to be helpful, they'll put grade levels or ages, and the step into reading books have like level 1, level 2, level 3. But because everybody's reading ability at different ages and different grade levels is so from one end of the spectrum to the other, they're really not that helpful. Vocabulary is a lot of times way above the grade level or age that's indicated on the book. Don't just stick hard and fast to those levels, because they're more confusing than they are helpful, honestly. That said, the step into reading books are great to share as read-alouds together, books to read with your child, and because there is a lot of pop culture in the titles, that is helpful. There are some series like Rocket where the same character shows up over and over again, but then there are also step into reading series that feature characters from Disney movies. So that is a great way for the child to buy into the story, because there might be Moana in there, or a Disney princess, or Buzz Lightyear, someone that the children already know and love, but they still might not be able to read it. It's not going to be at their level. The writing itself usually is a summary of a lot of the movies. The writing is kind of terrible, honestly, but it does draw the kids in because it's the characters that they love. So they're great for sharing, in my opinion, the best way, or for the children to read independently who aren't really reading yet, but they could do picture walks and kind of get a lot of the context of the story that way. And number 10, I wanted to end with some classics, and one of my favorite authors who I consider a classic author is Cynthia Rylant. And Cynthia Rylant has a lot of these little beginner chapter books written by groups of characters that children just love. For example, Henry and Mudge. So if you have a child or students that are dog lovers, Henry and Mudge is great. Mr. Putter and Tabby is about an older grandpa type character and his cat. We can't talk about classic beginner chapter books without talking about Frog and Toad by Arnold Lobel. Classic story of a great friendship between Frog and Toad, who are two completely different personalities, but really good friends. And students always love Frog and Toad as well. So hopefully some of these suggestions will turn out to be books that your children love to read during the summer, or series of books that you may want to include in your library if you already do not know of those books or own those books. They are all readily available through your public library or your independent bookstore. Well, that about wraps it up for today. I hope that you found this list of book series helpful. And as always, don't forget to support your local libraries, your independent bookstores, and your right to read. And if you can, subscribe to my channel and you like these lists, there's more to come. Happy reading.